Now then, welcome to the channel and an unexpectedly wet Wasdale Head. It has been raining quite considerably over the last few days due to the passing of Storm Burdette, which could cause us an issue or two on our way around. The plan today is to head up Piers Gill, or by the side of Piers Gill, and up to a hill called Middleboot Knots. It's some category, I can't, I'll stick it up there when I get back. And then over Lingmell. Now on the way to Piers Gill, we've got to ford two streams. And with all the rain we've had just recently, that could be an issue. So anyway, if you're seeing this, we've done it. Right, we'll have a quick look at the planned route. So you can see behind me there, it's like wispy cloud on Great Gable. We've just been sat in car for about, I don't know, 20 minutes, something like that. It was absolutely hammering down, which wasn't forecast at all. It was forecast to be cloudy until, I don't know, about 10ish, I think, like that, and then clear. But no mention of any rain. So it's, what is it now? It's 5 to 10, and that's where our weather's coming from kind of like behind Ilgill Head, and there is some blue sky over there, so hopefully that'll head our way. And there's, well, I was actually surprised the car park at Wasdale Head wasn't as busy as I was expecting it to be. So yeah, on we go, and hopefully that's the last of the rain. So the reason for coming this way today is a continuation of the last video, which I'll link at the end. I'm trying to find quiet routes up popular hills. Now the last one we failed absolutely miserably in going up Holsfell Ridge onto Blencathra. It was absolutely heaving. But the route we took down over Gategill Fell, that was quiet. So we'll see what this is like. There'll probably be people until we branch off Moses Trod. We'll be going up to probably Great Gable. And then hopefully when we branch off up Piers Gill, we won't see anybody until we get onto the corridor route. And then we leave that to go over to Lingmell, and hopefully the route down Lingmell will be quiet. So we'll see how we get on. Just parked up on the side of that bridge we've just come over. There's the Wasdale and the Dudden and Furness mountain rescue teams. There's nobody in trouble up here, and it's actually quite quiet. There's a family in front of us, 3 of them and a dog, and that's it. There's nobody else around. I can't believe it. It's a Sunday and we're in Wasdale. Right, we're not going to complain about it though, are we? On we go. And that there is looking up Lingmell Beck, and that's the first stream that we've got to ford. Plenty of water in it down here, isn't it? Hopefully we'll get across further up. So we've now left Moses Trod, which is the main route going up to Stye Head up there, and we're heading off over that way, over towards Piers Gill. Should be interesting. So we've arrived at Lingmell Beck. We've got to get over this somehow. Now, there are some people up there, look, and they've just got over. So we'll carry on this side for a while and see if we can get over further up. And if we get over there, then we've only got to cross one stream rather than two. And it looks like there are some people actually going up. So much for another quiet route. Right, we'll see you in a bit. Well, I think this might be looking as good a place as any to get across. Let's have a look. Yes, I think this will do us. Charlie straight over. Hey! We're over. Oh, and look at the weather coming in again as well. Ugh. Right, we seem to have crossed at a path actually, look. So that up there is where the main footpath heads off up to Stye Head. And we're going up here. And there's somebody in front of us, look. And it's starting to rain. Ugh, lovely. So much for the forecast. I give up with forecasts. Right, on we plod. Right, the rain's starting to get heavier now, so I'm going to have to put everything away. So we'll see you when it stops, hopefully. Ah well, I'd no sooner put everything away, got my waterproofs on, and it blooming stops, didn't it? Typical. So I couldn't show you, looking into the bulk of Piers Gill. I've taken some photos of it and I'll stick them on, or one of them, so you can have a look, see what it's like. It's a place not to be. And bloke that was in front of us, I just had a chat to him down there. He's one at Mountain Rescue Team. They're doing some drone filming up here, I think for training or safety or something to do with Piers Gill. He says there's another team up here, but Charlie absolutely hates drones. They terrify him. That's why I don't have any drone footage on channel. He's terrified of them. Right, we'll see. So it's cleared up now. Hopefully we'll have some views at the top. Another reason I'm doing this is because the forecast was for it to be clear, and the last time I did Lingmell you could see about that far, so I thought, oh right, we'll get some views. Well, that's possibly not going to be the case. Right, there's a bit of a scramble coming up. I think that bloke was saying it's about a 10-15 metre easy scramble. It says you'll breeze it. We're up that scramble, it's just around that corner then. We obviously took the wrong route because that wasn't an easy scramble at all. And when we got to the top of the route we went, the path that we're on now was back down below us. So no, that wasn't an easy scramble at all the way we came up. Come on, look down there. Don't be ending up down there, do you? Right, up here for us. So we're almost at the top of Piers Gill, and that there, I'm assuming, is Middleboot knots, which is our main objective of today. And apart from the so-called easy scramble, I mean, we just obviously picked the wrong route because the way we came up wasn't easy at all. Charlie went flying a couple of times, he got a bit nervous about it. And then when we came out at the top of the crag above the path, so yeah, it was obviously the wrong route. But apart from that, it's been a nice steady, well, it's not been steady, it's been my favourite word, steep in places, but quiet. The only people we've seen were the mountain rescue teams doing the drone flying, which upset Charlie. Right, so on we go. So me being the trained navigator I am, that's not Middleboot knots, that's other side at corridor route. This is Middleboot knots, which we'd walked past. Never mind. Well, we're at the top of Middleboot knots, and there's a bit of a view just opened up there over Styhead Tarn. And as I suspected, the corridor route is swarming. So we're only on that briefly. Then we go up there into the lovely Lingmell, which I'm doing because the forecast said we were going to get some views. So much for forecasts. Right, we'll get on our way. We're going to get on our way, Charlie Bobs. There's that drone flying around again. He's not happy. Right, we'll carry on. So we're on the corridor route now, and that's looking back down Piers Gill. You don't want to be down there, do you? Right, up to Lingmell. Fingers crossed it might clear by the time we get there. Right, there's been a change of plan. That's the corridor route going off up there. We don't want to go anywhere near Scafell Pike. So we're going to take this path and then follow this wall. Ooh. And then up that grassy bit, I think. Right, on we go. Look there at the stream going up to Scafell Pike. That'll be the path coming up from Hollow Stones. Yeah, we're going nowhere near there. There's nobody up here, so we'll go up here. So we're at the top of Lingmell, Scafell Pike somewhere behind me in the clouds, and it's half decent up here, looking that way over Wastwater. Great views that way, but if we go back that way looking down towards Styhead, it's a bit grim over there. But that's where we're looking now. Great Gable and Green Gable over that way, and the sun is trying to poke through up there. Right, so our route down, I'll show you over my shoulder, that's over what's called Lingmell Tongue. So straight down there and pretty much straight back to the car park. So we're going to see if we can find somewhere sheltered for lunch, and then we'll head off down. So we'll see you in a bit. So we had our lunch on Lingmell, and now we're heading down Lingmell Tongue, and this takes us pretty much all the way back to the car park at Wasdale Head. Come out on the road just before the car park, and there's not a soul around again compared to the hordes that were on the way up to Scafell Pike. We saw 3 people top of Lingmell, and that's been it. Apart from the mountain rescue teams, if it hadn't been for them, we'd have seen nobody on the way up neither. So no, this has been great. I think we've succeeded in finding a quiet route up a popular fell. Well, almost up a popular fell. So down we go. Well, that path coming down there, once we left the wall and the main footpath that goes down to the National Trust car park, oh, it was a nightmare. It was vague to start off with, and then it was steep and loose. I nearly went on my backside more than once coming down there, but it's levelled out a bit now as we go through this bracken, and it's a bit better for walking on now. I'll just pop you onto the other camera. So there we go. We're nearly back. You can see the car park. We drop down to a footbridge down here, and then onto the road, and just a short road section to the car park. Oh, right, I'll try and stay stood up going down here, and we'll see you down there. Well, we're not that far from the car, and I've managed to stay upright so far coming down here. So I'm going to sign off. Oh, I think this has probably been the worst bit of the walk. Even worse than going up, Piers Gill. Well, apart from the scramble that I obviously picked the wrong route. But since we got onto the steep section coming down Lingmell Tongue, the path has been awful. I mean, it's practically non-existent now, but it was steep, loose, rocky. I nearly ended up on my backside more than once. So I don't think many people come this way. But no, we've had a great time. Oh, it's been fantastic. Apart from the mountain rescue and 3 people on the summit of Lingmell, that's all we've seen. Apart from obviously the hordes on the way up and down Scarfell Pike, but they didn't interfere with us, they were far enough away. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed it as well. If you have, please do the usual: liking, subscribing, ringing the notification bell, sharing, commenting, all the usual malarkey, and hopefully see you on the next one. Tra!
I go